Okay, I got the old Onan engine out of my 318. Popped the valve seat in it, I believe is what it did. But anyway, we're going to repower this with a 22-horse Predator, the 670cc engine that you buy down at home or at Harbor Freight. But anyway, so as you can see, we got it out. We built a new adapter plate down there and raised it 1.5 inches and got the right bolt pattern. As you can see, we got the new holes. If I can get the right place, so we got them new holes tapped, so we can just put cap screws in from the bottom or from the top, and we got the engine hanging up here with the drive shaft bolted onto it. And if you get a close look here, you can see the adapter that we made. It's a 1-inch thick adapter. It's going to be hard to see now because I got this screen back on it. There you can see it, the light gets right. But anyway, and we lengthened the shaft, the drive shaft, just a little bit, and we put a 1-inch adapter there and lengthened this about 2 inches. We lengthened this about 2 inches. So anyway, we are ready to slide it in. I got oil in the motor, and we're going to have to. This muffler will not work under that hood. On a 400 series it might, but on the 300 series it's too wide. So for now we're going to leave it on there because we're going to start it up before we put the hood and everything back on. So this bad boy does look like a nice size engine for this. I already know it's going to fit under the hood by about a 1/2 inch, just about like the Onan did. Am I forgetting anything, Emmanuel? There's the shop foreman here. Yeah. And anyway, it's a hot day down here in Texas. We still got the fans going. But anyway, okay, this is step 2 of the thing. I didn't let you watch me put it in, but we put it in there and our adapter worked perfect. I hope the light's good on this thing. So, and we got it in there. We already did a cold start on it, so you don't need to hear me cranking on the engine, but it took just a little while to get the gasoline up to it. Other than that, this engine works really good. Drove it around out in the yard a little bit. So here's the thing. Right now, we still have the throttle and the choke and the key switch, the ignition keys right there. It's the way the engine comes on the side here. Now you got a wad of wires here. We'll probably lengthen the wires, run them up to the dash and get everything up to the dash like it's supposed to be. Get some longer cables and run them back up. But for right now, you can actually reach down here and start it. We got to cut this. We're going to cut this muffler off of there so that it'll go under the hood. We'll have to make our own pipe and maybe put a different kind of muffler on. But that doesn't sound too hard. Excuse me. That doesn't sound too hard to do. So here we go. Okay, take 2. Now we did have it started up already, so it should just start right up. Okay, I got it. It seems like you have to choke it just a little bit. Here we go. Have to hold that choke out on it. It don't start very good without it, evidently. So anyway, I can get on there and take you for a ride if you want to. If I can hold this and pay attention to what I'm doing at the same time. There we go. There we go. Oh, this is bright out here. Got the horses down there grazing. I don't know, it's so bright out here now I can't see nothing. There we go. That's a quiet running muffler. Really, it's going to be really nice and quiet running tractor. We're all done. But, and I can reach down there and turn the key off just like that. So there you go. That's the main part. The rest of it will be easy. Okay, welcome back to the John Deere workshop. We'll call it Waco's John Deere workshop. However, you just caught me with there's a Ford right there, you know, but That's the only Ford on the place, okay? This is my 318, continuing from the other ones. We got the motor, this Predator 670, 22 horsepower V-twin set down in there, and everything's been going great. I knew I had to put a new exhaust pipe on here and build it and then put it on, and that's what I'm showing here. And so that's just black pipe. Had to do some serious, the welding had to do is back here. Other than that, you can screw this together. I put an extra coupling right here so I could screw in this, shorten it up to make it the perfect length. Screw it in just a little bit more here, 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 or there, and make this the perfect length, because, you know, you can't, it's got to be perfect or you'll crack something. No, hopefully not your block. But anyway, I got this old muffler here. I don't know what it's off of, and it didn't, I've already had it running with it on there. It didn't seem to choke it down, but it's probably off of some Cub Cadet. I'd have to ask my brother what that came off of. But it clamps on to the 1-inch pipe really nice, so I just used it. Then, of course, you know, leftover parts, you know, I had them on a hot rod tractor, them tips. So that'll look good. All right. We're up to that point, and then the next video will be with the hood on, side covers on, grill in, and I'll be harrowing the arena or something with it, okay? Okay, correction, the next video is going to be of the engine running with the quiet muffler on it, and straight pipe sounded pretty bad, but yeah, Bruce is sitting right here beside it. It's nice and quiet, and it doesn't sound like it's choking it back yet or anything, so if it seems like it's running short on power because of the small muffler, I got the original muffler that wouldn't be very hard to fit in on there. It's just bigger and heavier, and I didn't want to put heavier weight out there if I didn't need to. I got the yesterday I got the choke cable. Here's the box with the ignition in it, the ignition and the cable. See, I no longer have the cables that came on that end with the engine. I got them hooked up to the dash. The cables I ran from there up to the dash in the original position. So, you know, tomorrow I'll be putting the wiring up there. I'll have the ignition switch up there, okay? Yeah, that's the next one. Okay, well, here we are, and I'm not out in the field, like I said. I did get the wires all wired up back to the dash so that my key will start it, and I used the key that came, the ignition that came with the engine, because it already had the kill wire switch on it. My 318 wire don't use a kill wire switch, it used points, and it would just cut the points wire off, cut the juice. You know, that's the way it killed it. This uses a kill wire. So I used the ignition, had to drill out the hole a little bit up here, you know, so that this one would fit in, and so it wasn't quite slick. And what I did was, see if you can see in there, yeah, you can see in here, follow the wires. I got a hose, I put a garden hose around all the wires. I spliced the wires longer, I had to put about 2 feet in them, about 5 wires. It takes 5, there's 5 wires that's hooked up from here up to there. It'd probably run with 3 if you wanted to do it simpler, but then you'd have to find out which one was which, and I didn't want to do that, so I just spliced a piece in all 5 wires and ran them through this garden hose, you know, as a grommet. Yeah, I think you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. And the hose goes all the way up under the battery cable, so that they won't get tangled on anything. And everything's working great. So if I pull the choke out, there we go. And my muffler, I'm just totally happy with that. I just went out and took it for a little bit of drive. Again, I always got to test drive everything, you know. Make sure nothing's getting hot. Make sure none of the wires are browning out. Yeah, stuff like that. Alright, now the next time, for sure, I'm going to have the hood, side covers. I may leave the side covers off of this. That engine would sure run a lot cooler if I didn't put it on. But I got room to put them on. I'll probably put them on for a while and show show it off that way. Looks better with it in there. The grill's going to fit in fine. I had to do just a little cutting around this side cover. As you can see, that's not quite original. My exhaust pipe wouldn't quite come out the right spot, so anyway, next time you see me, I'll have the whole okay, here we are. Finally, I've got everything routed, the wiring and the new muffler system and side cover and hood back on. I think it's ready for a test run. Once again, I love test runs, I like driving it. But everything seems to go good. I think it's a done project. Might be a few adjustments to be made. Yeah, I think it's a done project. It seems like it's good. Now the Predator engine, that's the one I used, and the jury's still out on these. Nobody seems to know whether they're going to hold up very much or not, or very well. But I'm optimistic. Sounds good. So I'm going to baby it for a few hours, 10 hours, maybe 20 hours, breaking it in, and I'm going to take it for a test run. Thanks for watching, everybody.